So, how do you know whether your energy has been siphoned or whether your destiny has been tampered with? There are some signs that are consistent throughout many testimonies that I have heard and also consistent throughout my own experience. You'll also encounter a lot of rejection, very unjustified rejection, whether it's for jobs, whether it's in your businesses, even in your relationships, a lot of rejection. You won't really understand why people don't want to, work with you or be close to you. So yeah, the spirit of rejection will just seem to be there. And also something else very common is a lot of skin breakouts, right? Whether on your face or on your body, boils on your body, on your face. Something else that's so interesting is you will find, I found this with myself, right? I found that there was constantly a battle between what the Holy Spirit was telling me and the voice of some other spirit, right? So I don't know what that spirit was, but there was always a voice that was contrary to what the Holy Spirit was telling me. If the Holy Spirit would tell me this person is safe, you can trust them, stay with them, a voice would say, leave that person, that person's bad for you, Or if the Holy Spirit would say to me, I want you to start that business venture or start that, another voice would say, is it really the Holy Spirit? Can you really do it? And just instill so much fear. So a contrary voice or a contrary mind is what the Holy Spirit described it to me as. So a spirit or a voice that constantly negates what the Holy Spirit says to you, even if the Holy Spirit confirms it through your word. It's that urge to always say, but what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong? Yeah, look out for that as well. There are other instances where people have described that there's a serpentine spirit that is actually attached to their body through revelation by the Holy Spirit is when they actually discover this, or just by feeling sensory movements in your stomach, in your back, because the serpentine spirit actually coils around your back. So a lot of people will feel movements in the back, in the stomach, lower back region, but basically feeling a lot of crawling and, discomfort, indicating that there is something planted in your body. In some instances, it is not necessarily a serpentine spirit. It's just other objects planted in your body. But in other instances, especially when you're having dreams of a spirit spouse, right? So let's just say you're having dreams of yourself having sex a lot in your dreams just before breakthrough, whatever the case may be. It's usually indication that there might also be a serpentine spirit. Some people refer to the spirit as the Kundalini spirit. I'm not very sure if it's the same as the serpentine spirit, but I think they work in a very similar way. The serpentine spirit and the Kundalini spirit. And mind you, both these spirits can be sent at someone, right? This person can be normal, nothing moving in their body, and a serpent or a snake spirit will be sent to that person's body. And that serpent and snake is actually what attracts all the misfortune. It basically just drains the person's energy from the inside, and then it is expressed in the fact that their lives will become chaos. Here's something else that I actually forgot to mention. You might experience a lot of brain fog, very, very common. So you'll find that, your brain just kind of seems to have this mist inside, especially when you're out in public. Like, you struggle to remember a lot, you struggle to think clearly. It's just like a fog in your mind, and also possibly a lot of dizziness. You might find that you're just chilling, minding your own business, and the next thing you just are just hit with a wind of dizziness, or just kind of feeling like, very unstable and you don't really know why. Yeah, so definitely look out for that as well.